Hey everyone, Jim Phoenix here. Boy, did we have some technical problems today? That's right. So you're going to see a meltdown like the world has never. What was that? Oh, right. Chernobyl? Okay. Whatever. You're going to see the second 3 Mile Island. What the? How many fucking meltdowns do we have? Really? Oh, okay. Spoilers. So we are going through a meltdown phase of tech problems, but we're back. We're coming at you live soon with Zeth, our special guest, and he's going to be pimping his website, and he's going to be talking about Let the Right One In. And then we've got J.M. Brannick, the forever co-hosty person, with their awesome movie, something about Halsey. I don't know. I wasn't. It's a kid's thing. I don't know. And then, of course, yours truly, Jim Phoenix, with my awesome entry of Operation Rainfall. All this and more, the next Streaming Demons. Hit it. Hey everyone, Jim Phoenix here, and by God, do we have a Streaming Demons for you today? That's right, Oscar people. Forget the Oscars. That happened last week. This week, this is Streaming Demons, which is in the future. I'm going to give you a spoiler alert. That dog movie, it didn't win. Spoiler alert. Yeah, that's my prediction always. So if you're brand new to Streaming Demons, you always know nothing. You're brand new. Oh, what the hell did you know? First, we have the incomparable Voodoo Priestess is still in Korea now. They've actually went to Korea. They went from Japan to Korea and have been stuck, not for a visa this time, but actually for espionage. Yeah, I guess they're trying to spy on some new movies coming out just to give us an exclusive, and it's going to take a while. So until that's done, we're going to have the forever co-host Box Human, aka Jamie Brack. Say hello.
Hello.
And our special guest for the day, Zeth. Say hi.
Hi.
Excellent. And if you are new to Demons, this is what we do. We take one movie, an old, or a new, or a borrowed, or a blue. So that's actually 3 movies, 4, whatever you want. And we just kind of talk about them. We give honest reviews. It's awesome. It's greatness. We never pad our scores, no matter how much. How much did it give me? Oh, shit. Really? Okay. We almost never pad our scores, no matter how much people give us money or love.
Megadeth beer.
Megadeth beer, Jimbo. Hold off for more Megadeth beer. Or Megadeth beer, as my great friend Dr. Payne over there would say. So without any further ado, because I'm just lazy. We always let our special guest go first. Take it away, Zeth. What movie you got for us, buddy?
Let the Right One In. So
That's
Let the Right One. Say that again.
I don't know.
Let the Right One In. Released in 2008. It is a Swedish film. Film from Sweden. I don't know why I felt the need to clarify that. So it is part thriller, part supernatural horror, part romance, of course, and of course, being a fan of vampires, part vampire flick.
Wait, part romance. It's got like 2 kids in it. Did I watch the right movie? I thought.
Kids can like each other.
Yeah, kids could like each other. It's part romance.
I mean, that's the whole thing of like cooties and stuff. I don't know what the Swedish word for cooties is, but it's probably impronounceable to me.
Although I bought one for my IKEA set, just in case. Yeah,
of course.
That seems about right.
Directed by Thomas Alfredson, who is the director of Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy and The Snowman. So a man with range.
Wait. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy and The Snowman?
And
that was my name of my band in high school. That's amazing.
Yes, that is a very impressive range, I would say. One considered to be a very great film, and the other is
Harry Hole.
The Snowman.
Harry Hole.
Absolutely. So
is that a movie,
talented.
Harry Hole?
No, that's the protagonist.
Yes,
that is
Tinker
the protagonist
of The Snowman.
The Snowman.
What's the snowman? Am I missing some movie?
Yes, you're missing it.
You are missing it.
Oh, am I missing Roller Gator missing it, or am I literally missing it?
Yes, Roller Gator missing it.
Okay.
The best film of all time is what you're missing. So, director with range, based on John Linkvist's book of the same name. So, let the right one in, of course. He is also the screenwriter for the film. So, there's a lot of adaptation faithfulness, is what I would say. So, a synopsis. This follows Oscar, played by Cor Hederbrand. Sorry for pronunciations.
That's Oscar. Yeah, you did right. Oscar.
Oscar is the main character. Yes.
I thought you didn't know how to pronounce it. You're doing it perfectly.
Oh, well, perfect. Yeah. I was more of the actual actor who plays him.
I have no idea. Is it Bob? Yeah. Fuck Bob.
Exactly.
Sorry. Inside jokes, right? Yeah.
Exactly. So he's the typical bullied boy, sort of growing into that stage of adulthood, and he's constantly bullied. His parents are divorced. The typical bullied child dynamic. He's sort of embracing a darker path. He's full of anger, not good, no therapy at all. And enter Ellie, who is of course, the tropey girl next door, but a little different. It's all about execution in the end. And she only comes out at night for some weird reason. And they get to know each other.
She's emo?
It's because she's emo. Yes.
Weird, because so does my Canadian girlfriend. Only comes out at night.
Oh, only comes out at night.
Yeah, no one can see her during the daytime.
Of course, invisible during the daytime.
Yes. Canadian girlfriend in Canada, where you're at.
Yes.
Yeah, I should probably say.
You mean your American girlfriend?
No, Canadian. It's a big country. It's a big country.
It is. Gotcha. It is a big country. I would say Canada.
No, it's like two spots.
Yeah, 2 spots. But
Alberta and
Alberta.
They're very big spots.
The Texas of Canada. You went there.
Alberta.
No offense to anyone in Alberta, but I don't think it's gonna be like Toronto and Vancouver. Alberta is like
that's American. Those are all American.
Oil and shit.
It's like the hat of America.
A hat on a hat. We're getting off track.
Don't mind us. That.
Kazoo.
Oh no, of course not. Of course not. I'm just listening in. So follows Oscar. Ellie, played by Lena Linderson, by the way, and great performance by all the actors. Of course, it's a great film. At the end of the day, I would sing its praises more, but I should finish the synopsis probably. So this
synopses are like overrated. So it's about a girl and a boy who meet each other, and the boy's being bullied, right?
The boy's being bullied, and Ellie is protective. I guess you could say a little protective and pretty intimidating force once you get to know her. And it's all set in Cold War Sweden. During a slew of mysterious murders. So that's always interesting.
Wait, how many fucking murders are there in Sweden? Every show I see about Sweden is like a murder show. Like every one of them. Shows like the unsolved murder, the other unsolved murder, the Icelandic murders, the one with Robin Williams going with like, what's that other guy's name? Al Pacino?
I guess it's the murder capital of the world. No. Really, I don't know what else I should reveal or can reveal without sort of spoiling unintentionally. So perhaps I'll leave it at that. As their relationship grows, naturally, everything gets to unravel and a lot of things happen.
I dig it. Now, it's been a while since I've seen this movie. Did they have practical effects or CGI?
Oh, yes, that's a great point because there is a moment of CGI and it is atrocious. It's really
outdated. Yeah.
It is, outdated for sure. And I would say it is one of the few criticisms, if I could say that word correctly, that I have of the film. Yes, there's a moment. And I think if you see it, perhaps you've seen it. So do you remember what moment I'm talking about?
I don't remember the day.
Oh, it involves cats, and it is
the movie. They gave her a butthole.
No,
or they took the butthole away. What happened to cats? The butthole was taken away, right?
Oh,
they CGI'd the butthole and they took it off.
But
I forgot.
We all signed so that they would put the butthole back.
I forgot the
vampire
horror film,
butthole.
The Cats. I forgot about that classic horror film.
Yeah, Cats. It's a great, beautiful classic horror film.
These cats aren't as terrifying as the cats, but they are pretty bad. They're really distracting. It's only one scene, so I don't want to rag on it too much, but it is pretty bad. Most of it is, I think, light CGI and maybe a combination of practical effects and CGI. There's really in the vampire's transformation scene, without spoiling anything, it's really good. I like whatever they did there, however they executed that. It still holds up to me. It's just enough, and it's kind of hidden to where they probably didn't have to spend outrageous numbers on CGI, maybe, and sort of the sort of dark masking of effects, perhaps.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Cool. And you said this was based off a book, or I can't remember if this was a graphic novel or like a textual book.
This was a textual book, a novel. Okay. John Lindqvist, one of my favorite authors of all time. I got into him because of this movie. So movie first, then book. I will say the only fault in adaptation is that they just took so much out of the book. Understandably so. The only way it could be more faithful is if it was a miniseries, I would say. Which supposedly there's a miniseries. Cool. I can't get a hold of it. It's on HBO Max, but I can't find any information on it. So I think it's a myth and invented by the Illuminati, probably.
You hear that HBO Max were calling you out.
That HBO Max is a myth?
Perhaps.
No, that's maybe. The clitoris. The clitoris is a myth. HBO Max is real.
I didn't know that.
No, that's from Jay and Silent Bob, by the way. I'm just quoting movies now.
Yeah. You gotta make sure.
Well, you've been watching Roller Gator way too much, so you haven't even gotten the chance yet, buddy. So, all right, I have a question. I have a question.
Oh, okay.
Jim. So my question is, did you watch it as a sub or as a dub?
Ooh, the most important question.
That is a really important question, especially for Jim.
I can't read.
He can't read.
No.
Well, there is an American adaptation.
There is.
Let Me In.
Let Me In, please.
Which is the adaptation, by the way.
Let Me In. I think that's it's set in Detroit. It's very aggressive.
Yes.
It's only 5 minutes long. That's really
Matt Reeves actually directed that one, which is probably something to note, considering the Batman of the universe. And it is an adaptation of the film, regardless of what he says. He said it was an adaptation of the book. That's not true. Everything that was in the book in that movie was also in Let the Right One In. But it is, for people who have trouble with subtitles, it's okay.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. So you did the subtitle then, huh?
Yes.
You literate son of a bitch. Fine. Whatever, guys.
Well, I saw it in theaters. The first time.
You pay to watch subtitles to read?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Some people enjoy it, Jim.
It was. I mean, I saw it with I think my aunts. I was a young kid back then, all the way back then when I had a good amount of hair.
What year was this again?
2008.
Oh, fuck.
You were a young kid okay.
You got depressed too, didn't you?
I did.
Smart ass. Making fun of me until you did that too.
I like to think I was young.
Okay, so how many Cthulhu's out of 5 would you give this? Out of 5.
This movie meant so much to me. I would give it a 5 out of 5. That is what I would say.
Wow.
I will say that the CGI of those cats makes me objectively say maybe a 4 out of 5, but I just it's just such a great film.
4.4 out of 5, 5 out of 5. Oh my god, that's I'm not following that. I mean, look, this is his favorite film in the whole effing world. I'm not following. No. So, Box, J.M. Brannick, what do you got for me?
I didn't know we were doing favorite films, or else I would have done Cruel Jaws or The Uninvited again. But I did not do that. I chose to stream off of HBO Max, which is part myth and part reality, I suppose.
It is a myth. Don't try to trick me.
I saw it in a dream once.
Cries in Canadian.
I could believe that.
So I did something a little different this time around. It is only streaming on HBO Max. And it's a music videos movie from Halsey, and I know that I'm saying that probably wrong because I've only seen it written out.
Halsey?
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 Halsley?
If any teenager please call in and tell us how to pronounce someone's name, apparently.
Any TikToker, please call me and tell me, because I've only seen it written.
Is she the Laker fan, that one?
Well, no, she's a singer. She actually, I do enjoy a lot of her songs. But I guess that she had created this concept album. And from this concept album, like all good musicians eventually she wanted to make it basically a movie. Much like, Michael Jackson wanted to do, what was it?
Moonraker, yes.
And
that movie does not get enough credit. It's actually a pretty good movie.
It's a wild ride, and Prince had his Purple Rain.
Oh, yeah, that's the bar of those Purple Rain.
So Halsey has her If I Can't Have Love, I Want Power. And it has a lot of horror elements into it, which is what drew me into it, because I just saw the cover and was like, oh, that looks very spooky. And then I read what it was about, and I'm like, all right, let's give it a shot, because this is completely different from usually anything that I watch. I don't really watch a lot of musicals. Which honestly, I was really happy that it wasn't like a musical of her singing to us, the audience. It was like, this is the emotion that I'm bringing forward with this song. This is now this emotion. It was very music video-y. Because it would be like, okay, and we fade to black. Now we fade to not black, and we next morning.
So, as Brannick was talking about Halsey, who I think is a Laker fan, by the way, my computer said Windows 11 said F everyone. And I'm the host to the Zencaster. So that was fun. Yeah. And you're going to see that sometimes when things go wrong live, Jim just resets. So, movie magic or podcasting magic. Just magic. I don't know. Magic Johnson. Go back to Lakers. And without any further ado, the rest of Streaming Demons, a.k.a. Everything else. Good luck.
Should I turn my...
a 5 out of 5? Oh, shit. I'm not... I can't follow that. Box. Hey, J.M. Brannick, forever co-host, who's not currently, being detained by some other country. What movie you got for us then? You go next.
Well, I dove into the mythical land of HBO Max. And
God, did you watch the Halsey thing?
I did. Is that how it's pronounced?
Thing? Yes, I think that's how it's pronounced. As Thing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I watched. It's like a music. It was birthed first from a concept album, and from there, she created this movie. It's about 50 minutes long and has a lot of elements from her concept album. If I Can't Have Love, I Want Power. And so it's an interesting tale.
Is it a mouse tale? Like American mouse tale? American rejected tale? What kind of tale is it? T-A-L-I? That's not even like a word, is it? T-A-L?
It's a tale of hell's...
God bless you. Your ears fell out. You sneezed so hard, your ears flew.
They did.
Holy crow.
I could kind of feel like it was very, but they sew back on.
We'll definitely edit this out. We're not editing anything out.
I know. Never edit fucking anything. Anyway. Okay. So, anyway, back to Halsey and her boobs, which are in this movie quite often.
Oh, good. Do they have a role?
They do. They're second build. So, they're constantly. Also her tattoos, which again, this is kind of like in the Renaissance era. So seeing a tattoo on her arm of like legs and sneakers was kind of sometimes distracting.
Sneakers, my friend's cat? Why would my friend's cat be on her arm?
Like Air Jordans, like literally Air Jordans on her arm.
Well, yeah, of course. What else would you do for Renaissance era?
She has really interesting tattoos, so it was really interesting to look at them and go,
make believe going on.
What is that? Let's freeze it.
Wait,
and not just for her boobs.
Are there any ankle shots?
There weren't.
Oh,
I was bummed out. So that's going to take it's going to take a point off of it for sure.
Naturally.
So basically, it's set in the Renaissance. She is a queen. Her husband has died. He's been murdered. Gasp. All of the old people are like, oh no, what has happened? She rushes to his side and she looks into the mirror and she sees this woman who I thought was Bloody Mary at first, because it is a very like gothic and
it turned out to be Candyman?
How?
Was it Candyman?
Candyman. No, it wasn't the Candyman. But it was very just it was creepy. Just creepville. She sees
turned out to be Ron Jeremy? What was it?
It was just like this Bloody Mary looking figure.
Oh, so it was Bloody Mary?
It's not. I had to look it up because I'm like, who the fuck was that?
Kadisha?
It's Lilith.
Lilith.
So Lilith's in the middle.
Of course.
Maybe, I guess. It's very confusing. It's basically like if the first 5 minutes of Sucker Punch, where it's all quiet and like gothic, had a baby with like Santa Sangre.
No, ew.
Which
Why
you
can't
think
I have all the problems now?
Really, really. You'd think I'd really, really enjoy, but I only kind of half enjoyed because I'm like, well, I can see so many different things going on here. It was very music video-y because there was high emotions and drama throughout the whole thing. But, it was kind of fun. So anyway, she, everybody's like, oh, we're mad at her because the king's dead. And she gets into this depression. She maybe is possessed by Lilith. It kind of seems like it at some point. And there's a lot of girl on girl kind of stuff going on with the ladies in her court. And then she becomes pregnant. There's a witch in the woods. There's a lot going on, actually.
Wait, you can get pregnant from girl on girl?
With Lilith, you can. If she punches you, baby punches you in the stomach, you sure as shit can.
And when there's a witch in the woods, too. That is an important factor.
Hot blind witch in the woods.
Hot blind witch.
Who teaches her llamas.
Oh, God.
Naturally. Everything you're saying tracks.
Why are llamas in the woods? Aren't they like in Peru and shit?
No, teaching her llamas.
Llamas, right. She's teaching llamas.
Llamas.
Right. Why are they in the woods?
Who's on first?
Who is, but why is llamas in the woods?
So it's very, thankfully, she never actually sings to you in the camera.
Yeah, who'd want to sing her singing in the video?
I don't like that, okay? Like, Les Mis, I hated Les Mis. They had such stupid faces looking at me. Stop looking at me with your dumb, stupid faces. I don't need to watch your dumb, stupid faces singing. I really don't. So I much more appreciated the kind of background of, this is the song going on. It's fine. It's perfect. This is the emotion that we're going for. And a lot of the songs were really good. And I really enjoyed them. And I thought that they fit the mood.
The nude.
The nude mood. She was nude. There was a lot of nude scenes.
She was nude?
A lot of, yes.
What movie is this now?
The noob.
The nude noob. No. It's If I Can't Have Love, I Want Power. And she's naked. And she basically, like I said, she becomes preggers. And then that creates a whole different dynamic of the old people who hate her are like, well, you're not royalty, but the baby's royalty. If it's a boy, we're going to keep it and raise it as royalty. And if it's a girl, we're going to throw it into the sea and you're going to die too. So it's basically her coming into her own body, and also into...
Apparently, if she's pregnant, other people also came into her own body.
Yeah. Basically. And they say that at one point, like, you're spreading your legs for everybody. And she's like, yep, including the king. Bitches.
Wait. You left out the most important part, by the way. Trent Reznor was a producer on the album. On the album.
Not on the movie.
But
but on the album, yes.
Music comes from the album, though, right?
Yep. So the costumes were interesting. Some of them were gorgeous and terrific, and some of them were like teeth bling and weird costume makeup. So it ranged. Some of the wigs were real wiggy. Real wiggy. So like each scene, it kind of just depended on what it looked like. Sometimes, I mean, she's a gorgeous woman, but sometimes it's like, why did you put her in that? And why is she doing that? And why does she look like she's doing like a frog pose in Victoria's Secret underwear? But the music was great, as I expected and was hoping.
Yeah.
The cinematography was great for, like I said, it was very music video feel. So that's just kind of the feel and the pacing that you're going to have. It's only 50 minutes. Now, the background of it, too, of this whole album was Halsey had struggles, and according to a lot of different sources, with miscarriage and endometriosis. And so this kind of whole album was about her understanding her body, understanding her place as a woman in the world, understanding femininity, and kind of getting out some of that anger, some of that frustration, regaining some of that power. And so I hope that this was a healing project to her. However, in the short amount of time that we're given, because I kept hearing the flag words of feminist hero, the feminist message relies heavily on the kind of heavy-handed trope of men bad, girl power, which again just kind of feeds into that simplistic view of things. I'm not going to spoil the ending. I thought the ending was very interesting and was powerful. And honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing another album of hers.
Nice.
Being put out into the world. She had written this whole thing. It was goofy at times, but in a good goofy way. It was, like I said, I was just fascinated the whole time watching it. I was just watching it. I could barely write my notes down because I was like, oh shit, what's going on now? Witch in the woods. Oh, what's going on now? She's holding her boobs and teaching her Lamaze. Okay. Now what's going on? Oh, this is what's going on. So, well done to Halsey. I would give this a Cthulhu rating of 3. I think it was strong. There could have been a lot better things that they could have added to it to make it stronger. But I think for what it was, it wasn't... It could have fallen really flat, and I don't think it did that.
That's awesome. I mean, for what it was, and I believe it's also written by Halsey. The screenplay. Yes, the screenplay
was written by Halsey, and she was also a producer on it.
Nice.
Yeah, so...
So, okay. If they would have... If they would have had a shark, would it be a 5?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, see, Halsey, you need to put a shark in it next time.
Honestly, yeah.
I didn't know that was the rule. Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Sharks make everything better.
This is true, objectively. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Bath time is much more horrible with sharks.
just stick the whole thing underwater, have sharks as the chorus, make it this big Greek tragedy with sharks.
Wasn't that the last movie you had with Joey Lauren?
Joey Lawrence. It was something
Sharks
like
underwater?
that. There was only one shark, and it was in a house.
Shark
it was not,
house.
Sadly, House Shark. It was not that.
Oh, well.
Which I still enjoy House Shark. I think I'm the only one in the world who enjoys House Shark, and that includes like the director and everybody involved. I think I'm the only one who actually watched that twice.
I looked at the IMDb. Most of them deleted their IMDb profiles.
Yeah. Oh, I'm certain. I'm sure they fled the country, changed their names.
Wow.
But I appreciated House Shark, but no, this was not House Shark, nor was this the Joey Lawrence one that I watched, which I can't. Swim was the Joey Lawrence one.
Run.
Well, Crawl was the one that they were spoofing. Not spoofing, but stealing, I should say.
Okay. I don't think you want to crawl like in the water, I imagine.
Well, you don't go too far. It just goes up your nose. And that's about it.
Well, you crawl if it's a gator, and you swim if it's a shark.
Well, you just accept your fate if it's a gator.
Unless you're
Halsey.
If
it's a Halsey, it's, just you show some tit. And it paid off.
Well, not enough. What was your Cthulhu rating? 3 point nothing?
It was 3. 3 out of 5. I am very hard with my Cthulhu ratings.
Really? Sky Sharks? Really Cruel Jaws?
Again, really? You need a shark
Emmanuel? In it. Really? Joe Estevez movies? Not Emilio, but Joe.
He's good.
Joe Estevez, I like him. He's an okay dude. He's a good dude.
Yeah. I would say 3. I can't follow that, but I will follow 3.
I think you will.
I mean, you should just Halsey. Okay, there's no beaver shot in Halsey. That's why it's a 3.
Oh no, there is.
Oh, there is. It is still a 3. Is it like a literal beaver?
Maybe it's just I don't know. I'm not a music person. I mean, I am. I love music, but I'm not a musical person. Like, I don't like musicals. And like I said, I didn't really like Sucker Punch, and it was very kind of Sucker Punch-esque in a couple different ways. I don't know. I think a 3 is a fine job.
A 3 is a fine job. That's why I do believe.
And that's on a t-shirt somewhere.
I think I bought that shirt. 3 is a fine job.
You can get it at HauntedMTL, Redbubble, something.
Well, yeah. We'll have to see about that. And that kind of goes to my movie then. And, oh, man. This is a screener. So by the time this airs, I think we're past embargo. So Occupation Rainfall. Occupation Rainfall from 2020. Why is it embargo still? Whatever. I don't know. Like the embargo, that's COVID time. They did it 2 years ago. It's still under embargo.
Maybe it's still under quarantine.
It is from Australia, so maybe. I want to say Australia. So we have Operation Rainfall, and at first, I didn't understand the movie. I was like, what the hell is this? And it's not because it's like this real deep thinker. It's not. It's just a matter of, oh man, you really have to. I saw they liken themselves to Starship Troopers, like an homage to Starship Troopers. I seen Starship Troopers in the theaters, and maybe I can kind of see their point. But if you're going into this thinking it's going to make it's V. It's going to be this new alien invasion, War of the Worlds, or it's going to be some Tom Cruise. That's War of the Worlds again. Or any random Tom Cruise, Matt Damon sci-fi thing.
War of the World.
The other War World Matrixy. It's not going to be any of those. If you're like, I want some schlock with some like space critters, I guess, that like has some horrific aspect to it, you can't do worse. Sorry, you can do worse.
I think you just slipped there, my friend.
I don't know. I'm sitting down. I couldn't slip anywhere. But it's not bad. It's really not bad. This is one of those things where you just have to suspend your disbelief. It's like if Rambo met. Oh God. If Rambo met
War of the Worlds?
No. Wild West.
You said God. Oh.
If Rambo met the Wild West and that met Harry Potter, which then had a small love child three-way, and what came out was like The Hangover with aliens.
So a simple premise.
Yeah. I absolutely think that's just Mandalorian season 3 premise really now. So here's where it gets kind of weird. The acting's not bad. You know, you have Boba Fett in it. With Morrison's there. You've got
like literally Boba Fett. The character Boba Fett.
It might as well be at this point. You've got the dude from Harry Potter, Jason Isaacs in it. You've got
there's a lot of people from Harry Potter.
Well, Jason, Jason was this Malfoy. You have Daddy Malfoy's in there. You know, You've got Gary the Alien. You got some dude named Gary the Alien. You've got the other dude from The Hangover and from Community and from.
So basically, you have all the other guys from other things.
I think that's the original movie. All the other guys from other things, except for Boba Fett, got his own TV show now.
Yeah, Boba Fett. He's cool. He's
be used sparingly.
Well, the last 2 episodes, he was the side character of his.
Hey, that's all. That don't matter as long as I can see it. No spoilers in other shows either. It's just all good. Now, I will say, if you came in this with an open heart and open eyes and open everything, and you're just like, I just want to get drunk in front of my TV. It's a pandemic. It is actually one of the perfect pandemic movies. It really is. And I'll tell you why. It doesn't take itself seriously. It knows what it is. It identifies what it is. And the story is it's not a bad story. And like I said, the acting is not bad. The special effects, 100% real. They're CGI.
I was just gonna say,
the big laser beams are 100% laser beams. There are parts where the special effects get kind of funky, but I don't know if they're just a mask from like the dollar store or if they were CGI that went bad. I couldn't tell. I'm like, I don't know.
CGI goes bad? There's an expiration date on CGI
goes bad. Well, yeah.
It's real bad.
Yeah, we've seen some movies that did. Right? We talked some movies that did. So
like Cats.
If you are trying to look for this, ID for Independence Day with Will Smith and the cutting edge of the Matrix, that's not going to be it. If you're looking for something, you're like, why is Bruce Campbell not in this film? And you're like, what do you mean Danny Trejo doesn't make an appearance? If that's the film you want to watch, damn it, does this cover all the bases?
Oh, so this is like a sci-fi movie, like a.
It's we'll say horror adjacent. It's an alien invasion.
No, I know, but no, I mean like SY.
Oh, the TV network.
Yes.
Yeah, I think this would be properly placed in the Sci-Fi Channel's lineup circa 2002. Yeah, when they were pumping out their own stuff once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And did I hear Danny Trejo?
Oh, you heard Danny Trejo, but he's not in it.
He's not in it. Like this would be the
I heard that, but I wanted
be.
Yeah. I wanted to believe that I misheard because I wanted to see him in it.
Machete in space. This could be like Machete 2. Machete deeper into space. Machete in Australia. I think there you go, guys. They already have a sequel greenlit. You put Danny Trejo in it, it'd be fine. He'd be some tacos because he's got some actually. Eminem's got some mom spaghetti. Danny Trejo's taco shops are awesome.
Yes.
They are just fucking amazing.
I still have to go to Mom's Spaghetti.
Yeah, well, you're a horrible person because no one likes SpaghettiOs. So with all that said, if you are into a movie that's just you don't have to think about, but it's going to be a fun little ride, I can't recommend this enough. And it is Occupation Rainfall. It's cool. The people looks like this is the movie when I was watching it, I was like, I really wish I was on this set. It looks so fun to do. It just looked like they do it professionally, but it looked like a blast. And for this particular film, I do have a soft spot for Australia because Wormwood is one of my favorite zombie films of all fucking time.
This is going to be like a 6 Degrees, like, all right, well, because I like Australia and because I like this one movie that came from Australia, and I once dated a girl from Australia who talked about an alien invasion once, I'm going to give
No.
This is going to be one of those weird things.
I did date a girl from Australia once, but the one that was talking about alien invasion, she could find Australia on the globe. I mean, it had to be marked. All the continents had to be marked and stuff.
Well,
she could find it.
She could or could not?
Could.
She could? Well, yeah, it's probably because she was older than 19.
That doesn't mean anything. Have you seen the education system lately? But Cat's like, no, I have not seen the education system lately.
I was homeschooled, sir.
Oh, come on. Like I believe that in Detroit. I'm like homeboy school. So out of all the Cthulhu's, I'm giving this one a 3.5. Yeah, it's a solid little jaunt. Apparently, if it had Housley's TNA, I would probably get like a 4 or 5 or 5. But maybe that's a sequel. Maybe they're going to combine all the world movies. Don't let the right one into Halsey. Rainfall.
Yeah. What was the rating of Operation Rainfall?
R.
And there wasn't any TNA?
None that I recall. I can look up the parental guidelines.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Wowie, wow. Wuzzy wuzzle.
Wow. All right. Well, my music video, I think, trumps yours then. I'm going to change mine to 3.5.
Oh, you're changing 3.5?
Yeah, I'm going to change it to 3.5. Whatever that is. 3.57.
3.57? Well, you change that. If you change that 3.57, I'm going to tell you.
She deserves more than that. She deserves more than your Operation Rainforest or whatever.
Operation Rainforest. But I'm going to bring this back. I'm going to bring this back. It's an R in the United States. It's a PG-13 in Singapore. Netherlands, got to be 12. Japan reads a G for general audience.
Okay, so Netherlands, Japan. As we've established with the Netherlands and Sweden, they're used to murder and death constantly. Yes, so 12-year-olds, this is just a walk in the park.
Yeah,
simple survival, in Sweden, I guess.
I'm guessing it's an R for language and probably gratuitous violence. Because that will get you an R. Just a couple F-bombs will poke you from a PG to an R real quickly.
Boo.
Yeah. So with that being said, 3.5, I made J.M. Brannick up their score. Mm-hmm. You can up there something else too, Jimbo. Oh, dude. Wow.
I need my kazoo again.
That's not a kazoo.
That's not a kazoo. That's a fart.
I was going to say, that's the kimchi I had today. That's what that was. So with that, we're on to the plugs, and we always let our special guests go first. Zeth, what do you want to plug?
Well, I guess my website, martinezeth at wordpress.com, because I'm very creative,
How do you spell that? How do you spell Martinez Zeth?
MartinezZeth.
Nice. That WordPress.com.
I like the double Z's.
Oh, yeah. It's a staple. I need it.
The double Z's.
Yeah, I can't just do one Z. It requires more. You see, if my middle name began with a Z, I would
change it
all the time.
What would you change it to if you could change it to Z?
Well, zebra, naturally.
Zeth Zebra.
Zoolander. That's what I was.
Yeah.
Zulu.
That's a good one, too.
Zulus. Okay, so it's going to be martinezZeth.wordpress.com, right?
Yes, very creative.
That is so cool. We'll check it out. Mm-hmm. And J.M. Brannick, what do you have for a plug?
Well, I'm going to plug. I know we've given.
That's what you're going to plug. Jesus, man. I need to get him as like a little mic or something.
You need to throw him into the sun is what you need to do.
I bought him Megadeth beer today.
That doesn't mean anything. That means it's going to be even worse.
I thought Megadeth was water.
Basically, yeah.
Oh. He doesn't have headphones on, so he can hear.
Good. So I'm going to plug. We've already done the Trevor Project. We've actually given money to the Trevor Project as HauntedMTL. Yeah. We've also given money to the Ruth Ellis Center. But I'm also going to plug these again because I was on Reddit and I was touched by somebody who had a story that they were kicked out of their house because of their having a girlfriend. And people think that these are long past days of past things that happened way back when. They're not. These things still happen. There are still homeless youths that are kicked out of their houses because of who they are.
What's a ute?
Youth.
Oh.
A youth.
Not to bring back from Joe Pesci, but every time I hear about homeless youths who get kicked out because of some orientation, I always have to make a joke. It's part of my charm. No?
So anyway, the gay youths who need our help, if you're in the Detroit area, please do look up Ruth Ellis. They're an incredible nonprofit. And if you're not, please check out the Trevor Project. And there's a phone line that can help.
What's the phone number?
That's a good question.
Oh, yeah.
And one I don't have.
Really?
You're plugging
things, random things? Okay, how about this? Like, how do you spell Ruth Ellis? 2 L's, 1 L?
2 L's.
So RUTHELLIS.com?
I think .org.
.org. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm looking at the. Okay, so the Trevor Project is 1-866-488-7386. Again, 1-866-488-7386.
That's cool. Yeah, I like those.
I have it memorized.
There you go. Top of your head.
Top of my head.
Definitely.
Yeah, if you do need help, please get it. The pandemic's been cruel for everyone, but
yeah,
it doesn't get better for.
And it's been getting really shitty in certain places of the United States. Like when the I forget, the Attorney General said that Pride Week is against the law now?
Like in Alberta, in the United States.
Yeah.
I meant Texas. I'm sorry.
Alberta. Alberta of the United States. So these are things that are still going on. These are not things of yesteryear. We still have to do this. We still have to fight against it. But if you are having troubles, please do call. Please do reach out. You are worth it.
Absolutely. I think that a lot of companies do a disservice to LGBTQ youth or just people in general, not just youth, with the changing their thing for Pride Month and then forgetting all about their existence of children.
Disney.
Like, as Pride Month goes away. Yeah. And that's why I'll be damned if I'm going to do it. Like, I kind of like our Cthulhu colors as a Pride rainbow. So too. I'm going to follow this up with my first plug, my only plug today, of Don Giovanni. Don Giovanni at the Opera McGill, which is downtown Montreal in the South Pollock Hall.
You're actually plugging something of art? What?
Yeah, well, here's a catch. The last day for Don Giovanni was today.
Oh.
So if this is way too late for everyone to go to it. But I want to make sure that everyone knows that McGill's Opera Hall, McGill's Music School is open for business again. And really, it's been a shitty pandemic, as we might want to say repeatedly. So if you can support some local people, support some artists, and if you're in Montreal, go to the fucking opera. They're students. Support the students.
Get cultured, you swines.
Yeah, get cultured and then grow something in that culture and then inject yourself with that thing and then go out to get some art.
I like how it became science.
Yeah, don't do that though, because that's how you get zombies.
That's how you get penicillin.
That's not how you get that's how you
That's exactly how you fucking get penicillin.
That's how you think you get penicillin.
No, I'm pretty sure.
You should be a doctor to do things like that. Please do not tell people to culture their own penicillin.
Okay. No one's going to take that seriously at all. No one's going to say, go home and do it. So that's underneath free use as satire. But B,
you have to clarify.
From our lawyers.
Well, there you go. I mean, do go out and support your local centers. And for my local center, it's going to be the Opera McGill. It's going to be Don Giovanni, which is unfortunate. I saw it yesterday. They had a new twist on it. It was kind of cool. I love the musicians. I love the operettas. But just go find your own. Even if it's just some dude who's doing like the busking down at your local, local gas station. Go listen to Tom Felton on Instagram. If you can't go out anywhere,
you freaking love Tom Felton. You freaking love him.
I do love Tom Felton. Why wouldn't I? He does so much for charity. It's fucking like, if we ever had a contest, his dick would win. That's how much he just does everything I've seen him do for charity, period. He doesn't take a fucking
his charity work would win. His dick would.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. But if you need something to listen to, go follow Tom Felton on Instagram. If you have nowhere else to go, even if you can go somewhere else, it's still pretty good. And just donate. Give to your arts. Make sure they're still existing.
Buy a ticket. And
that's my plug, really. So with the plugs done now, only 10 minutes of plugs. Without any further ado, I now pronounce it as Dunzo. So on behalf of myself, Jim Phoenix, my forever co-host, Box Human, aka J.M. Brannick, and our very special guest, MartinezZeth.wordpress.com. Please check them out. We bid you goodbye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
I hear a cat.